day of shooting, Tuesday, March 25th, at the movie that was originally called The Barbarian Princess. They since changed it to The Last Princess, which Kekaulike Kavananakor, who is, in my opinion, in line as the heir to the throne. You know, we're in times now where most of us, if not all of us, know that there was an illegal overthrow preceded by the illegally forced bandit constitution on Kalakaua, which not only limited his power as a monarch, but also deprived our Native Hawaiian people of about 2/3 of our people the right to vote. And our Hawaiian people had always voted. They were very politically active. And this bandit constitution just took the legs, the underpinnings out from our nation, our Hawaiian nation. So what followed naturally was that these white men in our community, American businessmen, what have you, felt braver, got more courage in the Na'o, and then they were also fearful that our Hawaiian people were going to counter or rebel as Robert Kalani Wilcox had done 2 years after the bandit constitution incident. And this movie's scriptwriter, he's a scriptwriter, director, he's also a producer, had called on me mid-February of this 2008 year to see if I would be interested in portraying King Kalakaua, and I immediately, my response was no, because I don't look like him, besides which I don't do that. I'll sing and talk about Kalakaua, but I don't do that. Although I have to admit, I got talked into that role, very minor role, on Father Damien, but not an offensive script, and you know, it was just a minor thing, but I have to live by that. It's just that this, with the subject matter, with the focus on the latter days of our kingdom, it just just cut me the wrong way. Well, I will share with your audience that this was when they talked to me, and when I say talk to me, I was interested in seeing the script, and no one would share the script with me. Oh, it's a locked script, but maybe if you come down for the audition, he'll let you see the script. So I said, okay, I'll come down, but to further underscore the fact that I wasn't planning to play the part, I had called my friend Hauli Akaka, who attends Kaumakapili Church with me, because I felt if anybody looks as close to Kalakaua as anyone I know, is probably Hauli. None of us had seen the script. We just knew these lines they wanted us to read. So even after he had done that, a tryout, they still wanted me. And I said, well, where's the script? Well, they said, if you come tonight to a dry read with other actors, you get to see the script and read it, and everybody would be happy. Well, it didn't take me long. I read through it very quickly, and I hated it. But I was obligated to sit through and fulfill, I gave my word, I fulfilled it. That weekend, I had no numbers to call anyone. The casting director who had reached me had left for the mainland. She suffers from, she had contracted breast cancer years ago, and she was taking advantage of the long weekend to go to her doctor's. That's the only number I had, and I didn't want to burden her and her need to, feel peace of mind from her cancer. So I was sweating this out the whole weekend, but my na'o was just aching me, and it wouldn't go away. And Sunday it got worse, and I was praying very hard and asking Akua to send me some kind of a solution. Well, President's Day in the morning, mid-morning, I got a phone call, and it was from the mainland. It was a wardrobe person from Hollywood. She said, I apologize, I know it's a holiday, but we just decided, we saw the names, and I decided I'd call you to ask you your size. And I said, I can give you my size, which I did, but I said, I'm planning to decline the role. She goes, why are you doing that? I said, because I don't like the script, and I don't look like Kalakaua. When I said I don't like the script, she goes, yeah, we didn't like it either. I said, who's we? She goes, my husband. My husband is Hawaiian. He's from the North Shore. His last name is Pahoa. But, you know, he lives up on the mainland now. And he asked the question, didn't they bless the production? And I said, you mean they didn't? And she goes, no. And he's particularly upset about this because now this is Monday. Sunday night, the line producer was a female, and her job was to set all these location shots and everything relevant to the overall shoot. She had dinner, went up to her room, which was at the Princess Kaiulani Hotel, and they found her. She had fallen off the balcony and died. And I said to her, I said, well, this doesn't underscore my feelings and why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. This does it. I said, I have no number. She gave me the number. I called, and they've been trying to really give, meaning the production company, Princess Productions, to give this a silent lip treatment, not saying much of anything. But they did ask me, would I come to a blessing, which was the following Saturday, at the newly occupied studios in Halawa Valley Road. I said, you know, in all fairness, I wanted to see things, you know, made right. So I said, yes, I'll be there. I should also say that when I called the number and left I said, in all good conscience, I can't do this. I just don't like this script. But I did offer to help. I said, if you want any help from me, I'm happy to offer it. And later I got a call from Mark Forby, the scriptwriter, director, producer, and we began to talk. We had a very long meeting at the Princess Kaiulani Hotel. Went through a lot of revision suggestions to him, but I realized that it would be hard for him to take notes accurately, so I resorted to emailing him my revision proposals. I received a script from him on the 27th of February, which showed an integration of my proposals, which was really just scratching the surface. I was just trying to Hawaiianize the script from, you know, the earliest levels of involvement, but I wanted to get deeper into the politics and the untruths that this drama was presenting for the world to see as the truth. So I'm not, and I keep saying to them, you can't convince me that someone who knows nothing about Hawaii is going to say this is a drama and it's not true, no matter what is said at the top of a movie. And I gave him the line. I said, you should put a line that says, based on true events, but due to, you know, the invoking dramatic license, I forgot how it's exactly worded, scenes have been modified, and, you know, characters and what have you. So I went through a lot of this effort. My emails were like 10 pages long, and I submitted 5 of them. But I just couldn't convince him. I kept warning him. I said, you know, the sovereignty groups, Hawaiian activists, when they find out, first, if they see this movie, they're going to be all over you guys. Then I realized these guys are only here shooting the movie. They go back to wherever they came from. And that's what I told them too. If I'm involved in your movie, I have to live in this town. And there's too many